Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of Doing the Most, the Premier League show. It is game week 28. Apologies on the lateness of this show today. That's on me, people. But I was sorting out some other stuff. But we are here. We are live. Obviously, you normally get this show on Monday, but because I was busy on the Monday, I ended up doing it. And then with the Conte news breaking and what was going on with Manchester United and Chelsea drawing against Everton in hilarious fashion, I ended up doing the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show where they're doing the most slot normally is. But we're here bringing you the show, people. And for those that haven't seen it, like I said, it is the Premier League show. And we look back at last weekend's game. So this weekend's just gone. We look back at them games solely and we have 5 categories and then we pick nominations for each of the categories, and myself and Ryan and the rest of you lot in the comments all will nominate 3 to 4 nominations in regards to each category, and then we will pick a winner. So it's the most unforgettable goal, the most unpredicted result, the most unacceptable error, the most under the cosh manager, and the most untouchable manager. I will run through this again, don't worry about that. But like I said, it's from this weekend's games just gone. Because there's always someone new who pops up and doesn't understand why me or Ryan or Ahmed or whoever else is saying what we are saying. But let's bump up the likes as well. Over 20 of you lot locked in, so let's bump up the likes. Make sure you share this across all the socials. And just as important as those two things, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Ryan, what are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. You already know. And it is the Premier League show. So at the end, after we've gone through the 5 categories and picked a winner for each of the 5 categories as well, which I do run polls for, by the way, we will then answer any Premier League related questions you lot have as well. But before we get into that, Ryan, I think we'll start with you actually, because normally there's stuff you want to get off your chest. So I want to get your thoughts on it. Reports came out, don't know how true they are, that Liverpool are in the running for Jude Bellingham, but are not front runners. So your thoughts? Yeah, Jazz, I'm going to send you the link as well. Yeah, go on, your thoughts.
It was a weird one because it came out on the Monday morning, I think, and I saw it pretty much because I had to wake up early that day, so I saw it really early. Then about Ornstein saying that. Then I hear it's an opinion piece apparently, but then I hear it's an opinion piece, but then I feel like with Ornstein releasing that, I feel like there's kind of no smoke without fire. He has probably heard some stuff that has made him actually put that out and kind of say it with chest. It's kind of like, I feel like it's stuff that we already know, though. Like, we all know Liverpool ain't going to be able to outbid Manchester City and Real Madrid. Like, we're not stupid at the end of the day. We all know that we're not going to be able to outbid those two clubs. Do I actually still think we'll get Jude Bellingham? I actually do.
Yeah,
I actually still think we'll get. I think he wants to join Liverpool. Like, I am convinced he wants to join Liverpool, and I've heard, and I just think Liverpool, if they don't get this done, FSG is gonna look really, really bad on FSG and even Klopp, to be honest. It'll look terrible on those two because they essentially, I know Sam said it as well, they mortgaged this season off to get Jude Bellingham essentially. That's why they didn't get a top midfielder last season. They got Arthur Melo deadline day, like that doesn't really count. So the fact that they mortgaged off the season to get Jude Bellingham, they have to get him. Otherwise, it'll look really bad on them at the end of the day. So I think we'll get him, but I kind of like there's a part of me that kind of doesn't want us to get him as well because sorry, just wait a second.
While we wait for Ryan, he's just crying, so he's just getting a tissue to wipe his eyes because it looks like Jude Bellingham's not going to his football club and his football club's in the mud. Make sure you bump up the likes. We're at 18, man. Get us up to 20 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new as well, people. We're 4 short of 5,800. So hit that subscribe button. Go on, carry on, fam.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't even cry if you didn't get Jude Bellingham. It's like, yeah, do I want him? Yeah, because he's a very good player. And a big reason why I want him is because I know who the alternative is in it. And the alternative scares me at the end of the day.
Is it Mason Mount? Is that the alternative?
In the Chelsea guy, yeah.
Hey, Merseyside Mount, man.
To be honest, I think we'll get him even if we do get Jude Bellingham, which kind of scares me as well. So, like, but with Jude, I want him, obviously, but it wouldn't, there's a part of me that kind of doesn't because, like, I'm I'm desperate for FSG to leave in it. I'm desperate for it. Like that's nothing I want more for them to leave. And I just feel like if we weren't to get Jude Bellingham because we can't afford him, I feel like FSG are in big trouble because like I'm not saying they'll sell because of that, but a lot more fans will turn. Like a lot of fans will turn, a lot of top reds will turn. Trust me, I've seen it. Already. I've seen top reds actually kind of turn against FSG when they heard the news the other day. Bear in mind, that's not proper concrete news at the end of the day. So, like, imagine if we miss out on him and he goes to City. Bro, top reds are going to turn against FSG, man, and I'll love it.
Fez? Right. Fez? So are you still confident? Because you've been very, very, very confident that Jude Bellingham is going to Liverpool. You've said this categorically many times on streams. You said it in group chats. Are you still 110% confident that Jude Bellingham is a Liverpool player?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I am.
Okay.
I am because I just feel like as bad as FSG are, I don't thing is they've put in a lot of groundwork for Jude Bellingham.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Liverpool expect to win a bidding war. Liverpool are hoping that he picks Liverpool, that Jude Bellingham wants to join Liverpool and makes it known to Dortmund. So they'll choose us and sell him to us, which I think could happen. So that's why I think we'll get him, to be honest, because I think he wants to join us, and it would be so bad on the club to let this slip. Essentially, like I think they'll get it done.
Okay, Fairs. All right, big up to everyone in the chat. I see you lot. I see people mentioning the Jude Bellingham stuff. Obviously, Ozil versus Kevin De Bruyne as well. We will get to all of that at the end of the stream. Large up everyone who's supporting. Like I said, this is the Doing the Most show. You know what I'm saying? Premier League game week 28. So the 5 categories are the 5 categories are the most unforgettable goal, which is self-explanatory. The most unpredicted result. Again, self-explanatory. The most unacceptable error must have led to a goal for the opposition people. Obviously, penalties count as well. So if someone made a poor decision inside their own box and the opposition get a penalty and score, that counts. The most under the cosh manager, again, self-explanatory. And the most untouchable manager, again, is self-explanatory, people. And let me repeat this. It's from this weekend's games just gone. So say, for instance, we said most under the cosh manager was Pep Guardiola. We're not saying Pep Guardiola should be sacked because we always get someone who gets it confused of what we're saying. It's literally from this weekend's game, and there was a couple midweek games as well, so that's included, just gone as well. Ahmed is in the building as well. What are you telling me, Big Ahmed? You good?
I'm doing good, man. I hope everyone's well. A nice relaxing week.
Love that, man. Love that.
I'm hearing no record bids getting hit today, like I saw. It's crazy out here. Like,
hey, that makes Man United easier for me. You know what I'm saying? There we go. I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but now I know. Thank you for letting me know about that, Ahmed. Big up Jez in the cut as well. Yes, Jez, what are you saying?
I'm good, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. You already know. And to Jamie, you just answered that. You said any other panelists coming on. There you go. You ask and you shall receive, Jamie. You got Ahmed, you get Jez. That's what it is, man. Sarcasm City TV, always bringing you the best content. Over 40 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 40 likes. Let's do so. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. And let's subscribe as well. Share this across the socials as well and subscribe. We're 4 short. So we're looking to get to 40 likes, currently at 23. And we're looking to get 4 new subscribers to get us to 5,800. So I know all of you lot who are locked in have not hit the subscribe button. So please make sure you do. And again, for those that are new, when we discuss each category, not only do I get nominations from each of the panelists, I'll also get nominations from you lot in the chat as well, and I will run a poll, and then obviously whoever wins the poll wins that category. However, if somebody super chats whatever amount, that's the winner of that poll. Unless somebody super chats like a bidding war, somebody matches that super chat or drops a super chat that is more, then that will be the winner, and so forth, people, even if it makes sense or it don't. But yeah, large up everyone that's locked in. So we'll start. Let us know in the chat as well. Most unforgettable goal. Ryan, we'll start with you. What goals stood out for you from this weekend? And obviously there was a few midweek games as well, so you can include them.
The midweek ones?
Yeah, there's midweek games. I'll tell you now, 1 second. There was midweek. Brighton Palace 1-0. Southampton 0, Brentford 2. That was both.
I remember the goals in those games. There weren't anything special.
Well,
I say Isaac's goal against Forest, the first one was quite good.
The shout. Yep.
The Martinelli first goal for Arsenal. I thought that was a really good goal actually.
Mhm.
And which other one? There was another one that I had in mind.
J. Cole's goal when he spun
That was
Koulibaly.
a good goal, that actually.
It's a
That
very
actually,
good
all
goal,
jokes aside, that was a good goal.
It was a
no
good
joke.
goal, yeah.
Actually, you know which one was good as well? Jacob Ramsey for Villa.
Mm.
was.
What's that second goal for United? Oh, yeah, but that's not Premier League, innit?
Yeah, it's not Premier
That
League,
was
it's
FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
FA Cup. Well, yeah, we didn't score no unforgettable goals.
No, the second goal was pretty good, I would say.
I forgot the goal.
Yeah, Sabitzer actually. Yeah, Sabitzer's goal was a banger. Yeah, you're right. Actually. Sabitzer's goal was a good one. Ahmed, over to you. Any unforgettable goals? We've got Isaac. Let us know in the chat as well. You know what I'm saying?
I think you've pretty much said it. A lot of the goals that were happening like this game week were just like regular goals in it. Nothing too special.
It wasn't, because we got Isaac's, we got Martinelli's. I thought Johnny's goal was good as well.
Yeah, the Sims goal was good.
Halfway line. Johnny's goal was good, I thought. And Harvey Barnes, I thought that goal was banging. The pass from Maddison, the through ball, and he's dinked the goalkeeper.
Is that the goal, or is that just like the build up that's sick?
Nah, the whole, but it classed in the goal. Nah, I thought the finish was clever. To dink the goalkeeper. You're a Chelsea fan. You should know about attackers not being able to dink goalkeepers.
No, I'm not even talking about dinking, but I'm talking about like
I'm talking about the whole goal. Yeah, that adds itself.
Enough.
You know what I'm saying? A team goal.
I thought Felix's goal was a good finish, to be fair.
No,
Felix's goal was a good one. It was. It was a good one.
It was alright, man.
What are you saying, Jess?
Look at this guy acting cool about it, you know.
I told
It really was alright.
Goal, man.
Now for me, I told you already. It's the J. Cole goal.
Mm-hmm.
Spinning Koulibaly, like, come on.
Yeah, man. He spun that ball in real life, man. That was disgusting.
All right, so it's now out, people. Go vote on the poll, people. Go vote on the poll. We'll leave that up for about 5 minutes. So unforgettable goals. Isaac's the first one against Nottingham Forest for Newcastle. Sims's goal against Chelsea, the equaliser. Johnny's goal in the loss against Leeds. And then the Harvey Barnes goal against... Who did they actually play? I forgot. Let me see. Who did they play? Brentford. That was it. The goal against Brentford. So let us know in the chat. Go vote on the poll, people.
Have you not put Martinelli's in there?
Nah, I just put those four.
I thought that Martinelli goal was really good.
Martinelli goal was good. But I don't know if it was better than Isaac's goal, Sims's goal, Johnny's goal, or Barnes' goal.
That's fair. They were good goals, to be fair.
I'm trying to think if there's any more that we might have forgot. I thought Isaac's goal, like I said, was a very good finish. I thought it was very smart. Good finish. Let's see. I thought Perisic's goal was good.
Oh,
That's not an easy finish.
That was a good.
Perisic's goal was a good finish.
I never watched the goal.
Even Pedro Porro's first goal for Spurs.
Pedro Porro's goal, that's another one.
But you know what the issue with that goal is? Like, I think that was just bad defending, because like, how's the whole right hand side open? That was crazy to me. Like, obviously you would just
finish though.
No, it was a good finish, but still, I felt like Southampton, they just let it way too easy. Like how, like, because Paul was literally an attacking football, literally. So I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of more on Southampton letting that go.
I thought it was poor defending, but like I said, I agree with Ryan in terms of the actual finish itself was good. It was a very, very good finish from Porro. That's not easy, just because he just smashed
finish itself, yeah, it was decent. Yeah.
It was. Well, it's close actually. Isaac currently 33%, Sims 33%, Johnny 22%, Barnes' goal 11%. So all right, the chat really is. Paul said Koulibaly still spinning. Apparently, yeah, Perisic's goal was a good goal because he's bent that. Like if he catches that clean and doesn't volley it into the ground, it probably gets blocked. Or because he volleys it into the ground, it's then bounced over and he's gone in. I thought it was good. Like I said, Harvey Barnes' goal was good. Again, people, if you do super chat, then that is the winner. So say someone super chat a goal we've not mentioned or a goal on the poll, that would be the winner of it, 100%. Agree with Jez. Southampton, we're doing up semi-pro FIFA settings. I hear you. T-Trap says vote for Sims, everybody. You lot are jokes. Let's see what you lot saying.
Man. It's fair enough, man. It was his first goal. It's a good goal, man. He should go and kill a bally. You know what I mean?
Shout out to him.
He deserves
good goal,
it, man.
good finish. Yeah, absolutely. Saka's goal was decent, Dennis. The second one.
That was good, actually. That was a good goal.
I think all the four Arsenal goals were actually good goals. They were.
Even the Xhaka goal was well worked.
Yeah, it was well worked. They were well worked goals, 110%. All right, 100%. Mo says, big up KLFC. I see you. Says, big up. Flawless, I'm so happy that Ahmed Diallo doesn't have to play for United right now. The poor kid would have to play in a team that can't keep the ball. he's been wanted sold by top Reds. That's crazy because he's barely even played for us.
I think he means he'd be wanted to be sold by top Reds if he would have been playing. I think that's what he means.
That's crazy. But I'm glad he'll be back hopefully in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer.
Well,
yeah,
is he gonna go back to you?
Yeah, because it's only a loan deal. He's the perfect. We need another left-footed right winger. So
you know what else I was gonna say about the Bellingham thing is that the reason why I think it happens as well is because this is confusing. If this is stupid, if FSG have done this, if like you're telling me they've realised they can't afford him, when surely you've put in that much groundwork the club have done to try and get him, that surely you knew that he was going to cost around 130 mil. Like, come on, everyone knew he was going to cost that much. I don't think a genius to realise that. And then you suddenly think, suddenly we can't afford him after putting all that groundwork in, even though we knew that he was going to cost this all along. You know how stupid that is?
I think,
like, come on.
I think they didn't expect it, Madrid. I think they didn't expect Madrid and City to actually kind of...
I think they did. I think they did.
At the time,
Jude Bellingham's one of the most prized assets in football, bro. Like,
he is, but there were a lot of people at the time who were saying, why do City need him? Madrid, I've seen a lot of people say, why do we need him? At the same time when I said Madrid, they want someone like Vadio, people didn't hear it. Now all of a sudden they're interested. Same with Jude, like people were saying that Madrid don't need him. They got too many midfielders anyways. And I said, yes, they do can use things. So I think situation changed. And I think the Enzo deal kind of impacted
the Enzo deal is a big one.
It made the deal go for more than it was supposed to go because, again, the market changed based on what you see in the market. And to be honest, if you see somebody like Enzo Fernandez who only really went for that money because of the World Cup, why can Jude not go for more when they even don't even have a release clause? No, again, it's a seller's market. So I think, the interest is not gone, but I just don't think Liverpool can compete in the bidding war if they were.
We can't compete. I think everyone knew that though. At the end of the day, like everyone knows Liverpool can't compete in the bidding war with them.
There are a lot of Liverpool fans that it doesn't matter if them two are there. He will only choose Liverpool regardless.
I do think Jude Bellingham his first choice is Liverpool. And I do think that will impact things. But I think everyone knows we can't win a bidding war with Real Madrid and Man City. What Liverpool are hoping happens is that it doesn't come to a bidding war.
No, but this is the thing. People were disregarding that. There are a lot of people when I talked to them about that, they were disregarding that, saying, it doesn't matter. No, it matters all of the sudden.
No, it does matter. But it definitely matters. But I think what Liverpool are hoping is that it doesn't, because I think I read it somewhere as well that Liverpool are probably hoping it doesn't come to a bidding war, and that apparently Jude Bellingham, it's kind of all in his a lot of it's in his basket. Whoever he chooses will be probably the one that he joins at the end of the day. And at the moment, I do think Liverpool are probably leading that. But I might be wrong, but I still am confident we get him.
If I can come in here quickly, I don't think you're getting Bellingham. I'm just going to keep it real. I just think financially, you guys are not going to do what you guys wish you want to do. And I think also, with Real Madrid, for example, I think if Chelsea didn't get Enzo in January, Enzo probably would have gone to somewhere like a Real Madrid. There would have been another option other than Bellingham.
I think Enzo would have gone in the summer.
No, but it wouldn't be to Chelsea. Is what I'm trying to say. The Real Madrid would have.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Man City would have had an option, but because like Enzo is now off that list, Bellingham is now like the prime number one target. And like also, if you're Real Madrid and Man City, Liverpool can't compete with you financially. All you have to do is just show them that you have a better package deal for him, and then you're fine. In my opinion, it's not. I don't feel that Liverpool can have the same attraction as a Madrid or even as a Man City if we're keeping it real.
No, I hear that. There's no way we can outbid them in the bidding.
I heard this the other day. One of my Liverpool used saying this to me. What if we've seen these pictures of like Bellingham and like what's his name? Trent, yeah. What if he's trying to get Trent to leave Liverpool? Listen, that might be something else that might be happening. I'm just saying you can say that. He's trying to get Trent, Bellingham to the Liverpool.
Trent to Madrid makes sense. I can't lie. know what I'm saying?
What's to say
Trent
that
to me
Trent,
didn't
you
make
know,
sense.
what's to say that Trent, you know, might have been tired about that Liverpool environment. I might want to leave on. That's what I'm saying as well. I didn't actually think of it, you know, but you know, someone told that to me today. It was like,
Hey,
oh,
the streets taught me Salah is ready to leave for Madrid from after the game.
Now
They
he
taught
going.
Monday.
Whole
you
new
know.
right hand side, Trent and you know what I'm saying, Salah. You know, that
And
could
you
happen.
seen the way
Yeah.
Carvajal was getting cooked, bro.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
Yo, I can't lie.
Leon.
I've learned some proper stuff about like how shit FSG are recently. You know, because like it went into chaos on Monday when people heard the Bellingham stuff from Ornstein. It went into chaos, like, and that just showed me like if we do not get Bellingham because we can't afford him, and especially if he goes to Man City, even more than Real Madrid, because what you have to remember, if he goes to Man City, that's what probably because they'll be seeing him every week in the Premier League then. So that would be worse. Do you get what I mean?
That's rubbing salt in the wound. Big up to
Exactly.
Seth as well.
This is what I need.
You said
More
happy
so if he
Wednesday.
goes to Manchester City. And if that was to happen and we don't get him because we can't afford him, bro, I'm telling you, top Reds will turn against FSG.
Yeah,
I've
don't
seen
worry,
it
man.
already. It was
Yeah,
happening on Monday.
Ryan,
It was
don't worry,
coming
man.
into chaos.
Don't worry,
And
man.
that
You
wasn't
get
even concrete
you
news.
get Middle East owners, man. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not even
Yeah.
saying that will be enough
Hey,
for
you
FSG
know,
to sell. It won't be
Flores,
enough
maybe-
for them to sell. But
Hey,
what it
Flores,
does is it turns most of the fan base fully against them, which is what I want, because that means then there's more chance of protest that can happen and stuff. That's a big thing. One thing about FSG is that they shit their pants when stuff like that happens as well. They prove it. They shit their pants whenever it happens. They hate bad PR, innit? They absolutely hate bad PR. It's no coincidence that after the United game a couple of weeks ago, you guys saw the plane, didn't you, before the game? The plane banner.
Yeah, it said FSG out.
FSG out. Clock in, enough is enough.
I think that
Because I
was
know the guy.
I just want to say I think
sorted it,
FSG
innit?
are doing a fantastic job, but
Yeah, and I think-
Yeah,
I
man.
think
You know,
Shut
I
up.
think FSG in, man. FSG in.
Shut up. But it's no coincidence that John W. Henry, a day or two after that plane, does a public interview to Liverpool Echo about the club. John W. Henry never does a public interview about Liverpool. So it's no coincidence that he does it a day or two after the plane. The guy, they hate bad PR. So if we manage to turn most of the fan base against FSG, and then you can have more chance of protests and more discontent, bro, FSG will shit the bed, trust me. They'll shit themselves. And that's what I want. Because I want these dickheads out of my club,
Hey,
bro.
shout out FSG. But before we
Hey, man,
continue, there's
back
over
to
50.
like-
Before you go, just 1 second. Hold that
Yeah.
for over 50 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes. Like check 1 2 1 true. 1 2 1 2. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're free short of 5,800. So hit the subscribe button as well. Continue to vote on the poll before we move on. It's looking like Isaac has won that one. So yeah, Isaac's goal against Nottingham Forest, the first one, which was a banger. I will start all your questions after we've run through all 5 categories. We'll answer all the Premier League questions as well, people. And to big up to Surf, who says happy Wednesday. You'd be glad I've been very calm on Twitter today. Hey, good to know, Surf. Surf was out here in the trenches, just winding people up. It was hilarious to watch. Travelli says, flawless, chat to me about your club's form since 7-0. You gotta ask me a question, my guy. What's the question? I'll answer any question you have. Breaking Sheikh Jassim has made a world record bid for Manchester United, and that's according to Sky. How do you pronounce my man's name? He's the ball
And
guy.
also, Sistoni said that as well. Sistoni also confirmed that.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll be talking about. I'm sure I'll
It's
get
a
questions on that as well.
£5.5 billion bid, I
Hey,
think.
man, let's go. It is. All right, so yes, most unforgettable goal, 52%. Isaac, his first goal. That is the winner of the most unforgettable goal. Right, next one. Most unpredicted results. So unpredicted result, I should say. So I'll run through the fixtures real quick. Southampton 0, Brentford 2, Brighton 1, Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle 2, Brentford 1, Leicester 1, Southampton 3, Tottenham 3, Aston Villa 3, Bournemouth 0, Wolves 2, Leeds 4, Chelsea 2, Everton 2, Arsenal 4, Crystal Palace 1. We'll start with you, Ahmed. What games stick out there, most unpredicted results? And obviously, when we do this, people, we add in not just the result, it's the scoreline as well. But yeah, go on. Go on, Ahmed.
2-2 Everton for me.
Okay,
Between Chelsea and Everton. Another one obviously was the 3-3 as well with Tottenham Southampton. Was another unexpected result. Let me really look at some of the other games. I feel like those two were the two big ones, to be honest.
We'll go to you, Ryan. What are you saying? What other games stick out for you?
Out of those, I'd probably say the Chelsea game, Everton, because I can hear the Southampton Spurs one, but I think that I'd go with the Chelsea one more because Southampton Spurs, we all know Spurs, innit? Like, let's be real, we all know Spurs struggle in games, and like we all knew that any Spurs game that could be a game they drop points. And also Southampton have always got that one funny result in them. Do you get what I mean? They can always like scare you, Southampton, on the day. So it didn't really surprise me too. It surprised me the way they were 3-1 down and came back late on.
It surprised me because also the scoreline, if it was 1-1, we wouldn't be talking about it. It's 6 goals.
True.
But
then I'd probably still say Chelsea-Everton because I thought Chelsea would win. Because like one thing about Everton is that I know Chelsea aren't great, but Everton away from home are absolutely abysmal. They have been for like the last couple of years. Like their away record is a shambles, Everton. And the fact they went and got a point at Chelsea, who have, let's be honest, even though they're not a good team, they have had a little bit of decent form recently in it, Chelsea. So like, I still expected them to win at home to Everton. So I think that was the biggest shock for me because, like I said, Everton's away form is like.
Yeah, this is more so for the poll. So I've got Chelsea 2, Everton 2, Southampton 3, Tottenham 3, Wolves 2, Leeds 4.
Yeah, that Leeds.
And then you know what? The fourth one I'm going to put on there is
Brentford,
Brentford,
Leicester.
Brentford, Leicester. Yeah. Considering the form they've been in.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
What are you saying, Jez? Any others that stick out for you, or any ones that you think is the worst, or one we might not deserve?
I think the worst one is actually. I think the worst one is actually the Southampton Tottenham game because like you mentioned, 3 goals for each, and and you gotta go also back. When was the last time Southampton even scored 3 in a game?
Yeah.
Ironically, it was against us as well, but that was like. That was last season.
That's bad for you.
The irony is crazy, but
that is ironic. That is ironic.
That was last season, isn't it? And the last time they scored 3 goals was against us. So yeah, I think this for me is the Southampton Spurs one. And to be honest, when you up 3-1, especially when it's like the 70th, because we scored around the 74th minute, so that's like what 15 minutes to go plus the injury time.
Yeah, I thought it was done.
This is where you expect the game to be obviously over in that. So for me, that was definitely the result that I did not expect whatsoever. I can't lie. I'm trying to look at other things. I did expect. I think. I don't know because all these games they're not really surprising. Like I think some of these teams when I look at I look at them and say they're supposed to beat them anyways.
It's more the scorelines. That's what's the biggest shot. Like if Southampton Tottenham would have drew 1-1, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Then maybe
if Chelsea Everton was 0-0, I would have been like, all right. If Wolves Leeds was 2-2, I would have been like, yeah. But like that's what shocked me the most is more so not the results per se. It's more so the scorelines.
Oh, then for me then
because that adds into unpredicted result. You know what I'm saying?
For me, the Spurs one, the Leeds Wolves, and the Leeds United Wolves one. I think I had Aston Villa beating Bournemouth, but not by 3 goals. And I look at, I think it's just I can only say those 3 games because I can't lie. I told you, I wasn't surprised when Chelsea drew to Everton. I'll be honest, because Everton is a funny team that always play against. It's always so funny.
It's not, bro.
We let that happen on the ball.
No, we
let that bro. Have you seen Everton's away form, bro? Everton's away form. That's
bro. It's unexcusable as if you're a Chelsea, if you're playing for Chelsea Football Club to be drawing to Everton, bro. And the way we did it as well, we brought it on ourselves. We brought it on ourselves. Simple as that, man.
They offered very little going forward. That's the crazy part.
Thing is, I only watched it. The game just after we went off.
The 2 chances they had, we created them. That's the only 2 chances, and they scored from the 2 chances. So let's keep it real, bro. It's their fault. It's our fault, man. Koulibaly can't spun like a blade. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, Kepa should have done better.
And you know what's crazy? Kepa's not even. I've been seeing people be cut to Kepa for like for the goal on Sims, but he created that goal initially because instead of relaxing on the ball when he had someone next to him, he kicked it out that side, which allowed the defender to get the ball and then pass it to Sims. So Kepa. Again, he's not a number 1 goalkeeper, bro. You should not be starting. He's not a number 1 goalkeeper for the club. He should be a number 2 goalkeeper. Get a number 1, man, in the summer. Simple as that, man.
No, you lot continue to vote on the poll, people. Like I said, we got the Q&A tonight at midnight. So any questions I do miss here, you can come back at midnight, people, and we'll answer all your sporting questions. Obviously, we'll be talking about the Manchester United bids, talking about the Fiore U6 situation. Obviously, it's international break, so there may be some international questions and whatever else you lot feel free to ask about. And to Trav, who says you're a pretty smart guy, I feel like my question was pretty obvious. It wasn't. That's why I asked for further
I don't understand the
clarification.
question too.
Yeah,
What's the
like because he
question?
asked me, he said certain about United's form since we got beat by Liverpool. So I was like, ask me a question. So it wasn't obvious. That's why I asked.
You know, I was gonna say actually, we were talking about Bellingham earlier on, like about the
go on.
like midfield situation. By the way, like we're being linked with like every single midfielder like known to man in it. Like it's crazy. Like I even saw it was linked to Ruben Neves like earlier on. I'm like, well, okay. Personally, I think Mason Mount and Matheus Nunes will join, which I'm not happy about, but whatever.
Well, you're not happy
But
about
actually,
Nunes?
I like Matheus Nunes, but it's more the Mount thing that upsets me, innit? But like stresses me out. The Matheus Nunes thing, I think he's a good player, innit? Even though it hasn't really worked out for him at Wolves, but I do think there's a player there.
I think he's got
but I'd rather get other players than him. Do you get what I mean? But I'm not really like fully against that signing because I do rate him. It's more the Mason Mount one that stresses me out. But I actually think one that I am actually quite interested in, and I do think there may be something in it, is Gavi. Because you've seen obviously the news with Gavi is that he might be available for free. And I know Liverpool have been really linked with him in the past, Gavi. Like they've been in for it for a while. And the fact that he could be available for free, I think Liverpool could be all over that. I'll be honest with you. Like that's perfect for Liverpool. They get a player they really want for free. That's just a Liverpool signing. Like let's be real with you. Like so, I actually think Gavi is one that I actually think could happen. To be honest with you, because I know how highly the club rate him, and in fact it's a free. So I think that's one to kind of keep. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think it's one to keep an eye on. To be honest with you.
Listen, I think for me,
go on, fam. Go on.
I think for me, when you look at Real Madrid, Liverpool, a lot of the midfielders are getting linked to. They like the Bellingham. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's the second level. It's the second level if you're thinking about it. Like,
no, I was going to say that a lot of our midfielders we're being linked with, they ain't even like. They're not what you'd call Liverpool midfielders or like not Liverpool Klopp midfielders. Do you get what I mean?
Maybe he's trying to change his style though.
But I know, but like,
I mean, okay, which midfielder are you linked with right now?
I know that they were linked recently. Ugarte, Mount.
Ugarte. Nah, I don't even think we're being linked with Ugarte. I really want Ugarte.
Ugarte and Mount fit Klopp's like what?
Thing is, I really want Ugarte in it. My dream three midfielders for the summer.
Yeah, they're very good technically. Those two in particular are very good technically. Even Nunes, I would argue, he's solid.
Nunes is technically a very good footballer, but like in terms of the three midfielders that I really want are Bellingham, Quadio Kone, and what's his called? Ugarte. But I haven't really seen us being linked with Ugarte too much, to be honest with you.
I think it's just
linked to Kone. I've only seen like PSG and us being linked to Kone.
We were linked with Kone in January, but they're saying it's unclear whether we go back in for him in the. Apparently, we did explore trying to get him in January, but I'm not sure if they go back for him in the summer. I hope we do because I really like him. I think he'd really suit us as well. But yeah, I don't know, man. Klopp should confuse me in it.
Yeah, man, you stress.
But you know who Liverpool's dream Liverpool's dream midfield signing is? Like Klopp's dream, like midfield. It's actually not even Jude Bellingham. That's not. It's actually Nicola Barella. He's not going to leave Inter. He don't want to leave Italy. So like, but if he let's say Nicola Barella came out and said I want to leave Inter, I'm telling you right now, Liverpool will be front of the queue to get him. They're like that desperate for Nicola Barella in it, and they have been for a long time now. Like they're desperate, but he just don't want to leave Italy in it.
Because I know
if they had a choice between Barella and Bellingham, they choose Barella.
No, I agree. No, I was saying because what's it called? I think when last time when he signed his new contract, I think he's supposed to be the next captain within the next 2 years as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no chance he's leaving. Like I think the only way he's leaving is if they are forced to
financial trouble.
Yeah, but they're getting sold as a club anyway, so so he's never gonna leave.
Victor says, Ahmed, we still beating Madrid home and away.
I already said that at Madrid away, we can draw that game, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, are you going to win?
Probably win.
Are you going to win it?
Yeah.
So are you still going through?
Yeah, I said that we're still going through. I already said away.
It, man.
I already said away we're going to draw, and at home we're going to win.
Yeah, no, this is not the question. Because if you beat Madrid.
I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Go on. No, I respect it.
Well, do you think Chelsea knock out Madrid?
Who, me? No.
Same, I don't either. Like, this ain't Tuchel, bro. Like, if Tuchel was still in charge of Chelsea, I'd say there's a good chance there for him. But
Oh
nah,
my
not
God.
Potter, bro. You think Potter's getting the better of Carlo, bro? Like, let's be real with
No.
ourselves, innit? Like,
But hey, hey,
if
I
like I
hope-
said, if Tuchel was in
we will
charge,
be here, man.
if Tuchel was in charge, I'd give Chelsea a realistic chance.
A really
I'll
good
be
chance.
real
Yeah,
with you.
same.
I think Tuchel could have done something tactically to get the upper hand, but Potter, man, nah, man. Let's be real.
Hey, still over 50 of you lot locked in. We ain't even at 40 likes yet. Come on, man, you lot. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Like, check 1212. Get us up. We're 7 short. We're at 33. We're 2 short of 5,800. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Unpredicted result. Let me check the poll here. Yeah, Chelsea 2, Everton 2, 33%. Southampton 3, Tottenham 3, 52%. Wolves 2, Leeds 4, 10%. And then Brentford 1, Leicester 1, 5%. So Southampton, Tottenham has won that.
Tottenham's Dortmund. Come on.
Is okay. Most of this is gonna be a good one. Always one of my favorite categories. Most unacceptable error. So for those that are in the chat, the most unacceptable error, it must have led to a goal for the opposition. Penalty decisions do count as well. So if a player gives away a penalty and then they score, then that is then held accountable. We'll go to you first, Ryan. Unacceptable errors.
Botman,
Kalidou
Newcastle.
Koulibaly.
Yeah, Botman's one.
Kalidou
Koulibaly's
Koulibaly as well.
Koulibaly.
Botman,
That's it.
I think Botman for Newcastle was the big one because
Yes, absolutely.
Who scored? Who scored against it? For Forest.
Dennis.
Right. It was a good finish, to be fair.
Yeah, very good finish.
But,
very good.
yeah, Botman's stupid mistake. There was another one I had in mind as well. Obviously, we said Koulibaly.
For Forest. Who was it? Who gave away the penalty? What's his name? The number.
Oh, I forgot who gave it away.
The Forest. Is he
I forgot
This
who
is
gave
also
it away.
called in
Yeah,
near
I can't even pronounce his
Cartel
name.
or something like that.
Yeah, good pronunciation there. Yeah, him. Let me add him to the poll. Let us know in the chat as well in case we forget anybody before I run this poll. Any more? You know? Any more?
See, I would have said obviously Sarr when you gave away the third goal, the penalty for Southampton. But
You think that was a pen?
But
Nah,
this is
It
the
wasn't a
thing.
pen,
The
was it?
first one, because some people said he was stupid. But I don't think it was a pen. And secondly, if he didn't do that, Conte would be still my manager. So pretty much for me, I already told to man, like he's a cult hero for my club now. I don't care what he does. He's already
He's a cult hero for your club.
Why?
What did he do?
Because if he didn't give away the penalty, Conte would be still Because Southampton probably doesn't get the goal. We probably survive, and Conte doesn't have the runs. So I told you he's a cult hero.
Yeah, poll's out, people. The poll is out. Most unacceptable error.
Where's the content news coming out, bro? Because I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, we'll soon find out.
I think there's just
hold up. So unacceptable error on the poll. Botman, Koulibaly, and how do you pronounce his name? The Forest guy.
Niakate, I think.
Niakate and Kepa. So it's Botman, Koulibaly, Niakate, and Kepa. They're the 4 people. Honorable mention Willian because we don't include FA Cup games. But honorable mention Willian. Honorable mention Mitrovic as well.
Yeah.
Even though Mitrovic wasn't actually a goal.
Nah, true say it wasn't.
Man just tried to batter the ref.
Yeah, he was just angry. He just lost his head.
Yeah, it was just.
What I was saying is, that I think they're just waiting for something because apparently somebody on Twitter was tweeting how they know somebody there and saying that Conte got sick again. So and that's why he went back to Italy. But I think they're just gonna get the papers done because apparently they're looking for any sort of option that they can do where they can get a manager in now instead of getting somebody in, instead of having Ryan Mason to the end of the season. Because obviously top 4 is still on basically, so they would rather prefer to get a manager in now.
Go on, right? Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying that I think the news should be coming by the end of this week, to be honest.
Yeah, with the Conte thing, it's crazy, man. Like Conte, what he's doing. But
did you see what Kulusevski and Paul said?
Nah, go on. What did they say? Why we the vote?
I need to find the specific quote from what Kulusevski said. Where was it? Here. See, this is what Kulusevski said about Here it said Dejan Kulusevski on if he took offense to Conte's comments. I respect him, but I also know who I am, and I put in to perform. I can look at myself in the mirror and know that I'm always doing my best. It takes a lot of sense to him. Well, it doesn't change anything for me. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm doing. Every game, I go out and play as well as I can. Sometimes you can't perform the way you want. I can't say any more than that.
All right, facts.
Yeah,
What
and
you
there was
saying?
another
Well-
quote from like Pro as well. When what's it called? Somebody asking the same question about somebody asking the same thing about contest run, and this is what he said. In short, it was quite something. Well, that's his opinion. I'm not getting involved there. That's not on. That's not one for me. Well, the players.
No
the
lie, I
players
genuinely think Conte's like the most overrated manager in football. Like,
He is. He is.
Conte,
But when you
I
go through it, it's actually kind of crazy. It's actually really crazy how little actually he won other than the league titles at Juventus.
Yes, trust me, 110%. He is like overrated. Not
I
that
do
he's
feel
not
like
good.
people overhype the league title with Chelsea. Obviously, you're giving credit for winning it. Obviously, he won the league
Yeah,
title.
but the only contenders that were us was and it was once a
Bro,
week
it's
as
not
well.
even that, bro. He had
Could we
like
say he's
one
the second
game a
best
week.
Italian to win the Premier League?
I'm home. But then again, who were
Is it the second most impressive? Should I say the second most impressive Italian?
was there
to win
another
the Premier
was there
League?
another Italian there other than Ranieri?
Yeah,
What about
Ranieri won it? That's what I'm asking.
yeah?
And obviously,
but
that
who-
was the
who
most.
who was the City one again?
Pellegrini. No,
Yeah,
he's not
Pellegrini.
Spanish though.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
Oh,
Italian.
he's Spanish. Oh, I thought he was Italian.
Oh,
My-
Mancini.
No.
Mancini.
Oh yeah,
Mancini.
Mancini. I might be
Yeah.
third. Good shout, Jess.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's
Man.
third.
I think going head to head with United to the end of the season, literally. I think that's more impressive, and I think the Leicester one is obviously number one for me.
People forget Conte had one game a week, and you know what I hate? When people give Conte massacre. Oh my days, like he's a miracle worker. Oh, he took a team from 10th to first, bro. They won the title a year before that, you know, and they had most of those players. Like, I hate when people put that false narrative trying to make him look like he produced some sort of fucking miracle. Oh, 10th to first. Bro, he had a bunch of those players that won the league a couple of years ago and added N'Golo Kante to the team who had just won the league with Leicester. What the fuck miracle did he produce?
Yeah,
Play one
miracle.
game a
You
week.
know what it is? I think it's because people only overrated because since then Chelsea hasn't won the league title. If they would have won it like 2-3 times within that time since he left,
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't be as overrated as it is now. Because even when you look at this domestic cup, which Peter already mentioned, but I had to go and double check again. He only won the FA Cup in his whole career.
That's the only
Well,
domestic cup he's ever won. Oh,
yeah,
Ancelotti as well.
Yeah, Ancelotti might be a
Conte's
big
down to fourth, bro. Yeah.
He might be
Oh yeah,
third.
well, Angelotti's still here as well. I don't know. Like I said, fam, I mean, people can. That's just my opinion. I don't. When you really go deep in, I think it's overrated. But I mean, everybody can have their opinion. People can still think he's an elite manager, whatever.
He's not an elite manager.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's an opinion for people. Isn't it?
Yeah, he's a B. I think he's B level. I put him
I
at
think
level
that's
B.
fair. I think B level's fair.
Yeah, I think too.
That's
I
not a
think so
shot.
too.
He's just not A
B
level.
level's
He's
fair.
B level. And to Victor, who says, yeah, I give him credit for winning it. Absolutely. I give him credit for winning it. But it's like, let's not go OT.
Conte's not an elite
Like him.
manager.
Like, it's not. Like, that's legit what it is. But we move. Anyways, it's looking
Chris,
like...
I disagree. I do think Klopp does get overrated by certain people, even though I love Klopp, but Conte's more overrated, bro. I'll do
Because
it.
at least Klopp has the champs.
Klopp
And I'm
has the
someone
champs.
who gets
yeah.
at
Klopp
Klopp.
has the champs.
Again, I get at Klopp and criticize him, but he has a Champions League.
And he
Like, his
does.
record
And he
in
does
Europe
well
is
so
And
much.
he has 2 Bundesligas on top of that with
Back-to-back
Dortmund as well.
Bundesligas with
Yeah.
Dortmund as well. Like, it's not even with Bayern, it was with Dortmund. Like,
Yeah.
They
I
won
think,
the league since.
I think he also has a D4 Beeple card, which is like the FA Cup, and I
Yeah,
think
man.
he has. Don't say like listen, and even Klopp's record, even though he lost a lot of finals, he still has a good. His
He's made them.
winning percentage in Europe is actually not bad in terms of winning knockout ties and that.
Yo,
Like,
he's so good at. I said he's one of the best managers in history at getting to Champions League finals. Like, I think he's reached like the most or second most. Like, Carlo's probably the best. Fergie's reached 4 as well. Klopp just doesn't win enough in it. But like,
Yeah,
bro,
but-
he's an expert at getting to finals.
I mean,
I'll give him credit.
Conte's strike is to get past the round of 16, but even with some of the best Juventus teams
He's only ever won one round of 16 tie, innit? And that was
Yeah,
against like
against
Celtic or
Celtic.
something.
against Celtic.
Peak. You just start checking it out. And yeah, Chris, I agree. I don't think like Klopp is in the same conversation as Pep and Sir Alex, but he's better than Klopp. Love to
You
everyone
mean
who
he's
has
better
an
than Conte?
Conte, yeah.
Yeah, Conte, sorry. Yeah. But most unacceptable error, yeah, Koulibaly. Most unacceptable error, Koulibaly by a landslide, 74%. I'm saying. Botman got 9%. and Nketiah got 0%, which is crazy because that handball was
That
wide.
was
How he's got 0%, I don't know. That's probably worse than the Koulibaly.
I think people didn't see it. That's why.
Yeah. People didn't
See
watch
what?
that.
Which one? Sorry.
The handball for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was dumb.
It's awful, and it's cost your team the game as well. Like it's just as bad. It's mad.
Last minute as well. You were holding on for a draw.
Peppers obviously was bad, but yeah, we moved. So Koulibaly. Big up to everyone voting on the poll. Continue to vote on the polls as well. Next category is most under the cosh manager, Ryan.
Conte.
Cosh managers. Yeah,
It's obviously Conte, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he can do all the runs he wants to do. He can get at the players.
Your moment, just get off your chest, fam.
Now, all I'm saying is he can rant as much he wants about the club being losers or having the loser mentality. The players don't want to win. He can talk all about that. From a tactical aspect, from minute one, it didn't feel like you were trying to just push. You know how Man United play with 11 man or 10 man against Southampton, and you kind of make it clear to them, if you want to get past our line, be aware of the counter attacks, be aware of the pace in behind, be aware of like the ball over the top. Bro, he let Southampton be like Barcelona against us. What? Even we were lucky to even get the first goal in the first half. It should have ended 0-0 if Southampton just stayed a little bit more composed. Then obviously they got the goals. Obviously you can blame the players, but I'm talking just from a tactical aspect. You allowed Southampton to even get chances. Even before we scored, Southampton, not saying they created clear-cut chances, but they were, for me, the better team. And there were some people saying, we were the better team. We overall controlled the game. It's just when they scored the second, this is when the head loss happened. But I disagree personally because how are you controlling a game against Southampton and don't push them completely away? Because again, end of the day, they are 20th. I expect my team, like I expected us to be Nottingham Forest, I expected us to be Southampton. End of the day, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the lack of accountability is also why the players lost faith in them. Like, how can you blame everybody but yourself?
No, you spare right now, fam. I've got Conte, I've got Potter, I've got Lopetegui for losing at home to Leeds.
Lopetegui's a good shout.
Yeah, Lopetegui. Anyone else? Yeah.
There was one. We could have. Well, obviously Vieira got sacked last week, innit? But
yeah, he was gone now.
Yeah. So he would have been in the show.
Yo, that's mad, innit? Appointing
West Ham didn't play, so you can't add Moisey because West Ham didn't play people. It's from this weekend's game. It's just gone. So I'm having a look.
Steve Cooper, maybe.
Losing at home to Newcastle.
Who was the actually Bournemouth manager losing 3-0 away?
I'd say what's his face? Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I think that's more of
I'm saying, all right, polls out, people. Anyway,
but what I was saying as well is that I watched a video. Shout out to Rabona TV as well, Benfica fan, and he made a video called, I think, The Circle of Antonio Conte, and when you even listen to it, everything that happened at Tottenham happened at all the clubs before him. So even though those clubs he won trophies, it didn't matter that he won trophies there. It all happened. It's just with us that we didn't win a trophy under him, which makes it look well. But in terms of just how he is as a personality, you just don't want him as the manager. Yeah, you can maybe go and win your trophy, but the way he just destroys everything and just makes the mood just go down eventually is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Hey, you lot, bump up the likes, man. Get us to 40 likes. We're still 3 short, and there's over 50 of you lot locked in. So get us up to 40 likes, people. And also subscribe. We're 2 short of 5,800. Also, as well, go vote on the poll. Currently, Conte, 57%. Potter, 43%. Lopetegui, 0%. And Thomas Frank, 0%. Let us know as the reason to why. Those of you lot who are voting in the poll, let us know why you voted for who you voted for. So if you voted Conte,
by the way,
why?
What did you guys...
Potter, why? Go on.
Think of the Vieira thing, because I think Vieira deserved to get sacked, innit? Like, that's just me. I think he deserved it, innit? You look at their running form in 2023, like they won a league game in 2023. Like they went on a run of only not having a shot on target in like a few games as well. Like I kind of feel like he deserved to get sacked, but to appoint Roy Hodgson again instead of him, like you don't sack him just to get Roy Hodgson back. Like that.
That's where my issue lies. Is Conte. Vieira's give them enough reason to sack him, despite the running they've had because they played on the majority of the teams above them. yes, you can't not win a game. In
You can't have
30
any
minutes, and
complaints.
your job
Really.
is like, but it's the appointment of
Yeah,
Hodgson that makes
exactly.
that sacking look so bad. You might as well give
I hope they
Vieira a
get
couple
relegated.
games.
You know.
You could have given Vieira a couple games because now you're playing
Yeah,
teams in and around you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you probably could have. Like,
You
I
could have
hear
given him
that,
a couple
especially.
games.
But I think I want him to get relegated now. That's such a stupid thing to do. Like
This
sacking him
is
to
so
get Roy
awful.
Hodgson.
This is so awful. Like, I'm sorry. Like, because this was, I remember listening to a Palace base as well. They were saying that whole, if you're going to sack Vieira, might as well get somebody like a Marcelo Bielsa
Yeah,
right now. But this is the thing, Bielsa doesn't take over mid-season. Because you want to keep this whole money. Obviously, I know he stays till the end of the season only, but I think what Palace
didn't
fans
Bielsa
want,
join Leeds mid-season? He might. I'm not sure.
no, because he doesn't join teams mid-season. He only joins them in pre-seasons and then obviously going from there. But
Yeah,
or end of the seasons. But now the thing is that from what it felt like, it seemed like they wanted a manager that kind of continues what the philosophy should have been under Vieira. But then going back to Roy, when some of these players even like they already know his voice, like how are they gonna respond to like what he has to say to them when clearly it wasn't working out too back then.
yeah. It's not an
And,
inspiring
and
appointment at all for the
by the way,
players.
people gotta remember Roy was awful at Watford. It was terrible.
He was horrific at Watford. He really was. Because I'm looking here. So this is the running from the start of the year. So they lost 4-0. They lost 4-0
Tottenham.
To Tottenham at home. Terrible result. Then they lost away at Chelsea, where they're probably not favourites. Drew at home to Manchester United. That's a point gained. Drew at home to Newcastle. There's also a point gained. Lost away at 2-1 at Old Trafford. No one's surprised by that. Drew at home to Brighton, who are literally chasing down a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
Drew away at Brentford, which is a good result for them. At home to Liverpool, drew 0-0. Good result for them.
Should have won.
Palace, Villa away. You got to do better because that's a team around you. Poor result. Lost 1-0 at home to Manchester City. To be expected. Lost away at Brighton. Okay. Like, so minus that. Minus, I give you the Spurs game, number 1. I say the Villa game, 2. There's only 2 matches I go where you go, all right, them results or that result should have been much better. Like in terms of scoreline or result.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't get beat 4-0 at home to Spurs, losing away to
Especially
Villa.
if you don't do well
I hear
there
that.
before.
But like, yeah, like you lost at home to Manchester City. You drew at home to Liverpool. Drew away at Brentford.
See,
Drew at
They
home to
should have
Brighton.
beaten us, you
Lost,
know.
yeah, I'm saying lost away to Manchester United and drew at home to Manchester United. Drew at home to New. So you're playing all the teams above you. Like I'm legit looking at it like
Because you know what it is here? Because I think obviously there's 2 ways you can look at it. And obviously I go with the more one that people more understand. Where I think they looked at it from their next runnings, obviously to the end of the season. They play against a lot of teams who are below them.
100%.
And when you looked at the Palace team, it just seems like the players weren't responding to his tactics whatsoever. Like, and again, the quality of the team was also terrible in terms of like, where's Saha, where's Olise, where's Essa, where's the strikers. Even though I don't rate any of the strikers there, but you still need to perform to a certain level at least. And I feel like maybe they looked at it and said, these guys can't seem to even get a tune-in and not up against teams who you're literally gonna fight relegation with since they're only 3 points away. But at the same time, let's be honest, they didn't even. I told you last time, they didn't back him in January when they really needed an attacker. Like they didn't need Sambi Lokonga.
You could have given him, you could have legit given him Leicester home, Leeds away, and then said, all right, cool, because you still got after that 2, 4, 6. You still got 2, 4, 6, 8. You still got 8 games left to save your season.
I genuinely think they could go down, you know.
Yeah, you play Leicester at home, Leeds away, Southampton away, Everton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home, Spurs away, Bournemouth at home, Fulham away, Forest at home. So you basically playing minus Tottenham Hotspur and minus Fulham. You're playing all the teams in and around you. So it's kind of like that. I
hope they go. I can't stand Roy Hodgson, honestly.
I want him to get relegated.
I can't stand him. Like, the guy made me cry every week for 6 months.
I don't want
bro.
Crystal Palace to get relegated. All right. Listen, Crystal Palace is my second team and everything, but you know, Roy Hodgson was a very, very bad choice. Hopefully, it's like a little mistake they've made down the road, and then in the summer you get a good coach, isn't it?
You know what it is here? I just generally believe the only way they're not going down is if the other teams behind them do worse.
You got to hope,
Yeah,
man.
I hear
It's
you.
a
Yeah.
hope and prayer. Man, so crazy. But literally, my whole house was like black. Bro, it's crazy, man. Had like a little mini blackout, and then the electricity
Oh
went.
shit. I mean, it's sold
Yeah,
out now.
It's
Come
all
on.
good,
Sad,
man.
man.
You're back. That's all it is,
Bro,
man. You're back.
yeah,
That's
I'm
all
back,
that
yeah.
matters, man. You're
Hey,
back.
what's-
All right.
what's-
So
what's-
Yo,
only the question-
I need to go now, though, innit? So
No stress, man. It's
Yeah,
all
big
good,
up, big up, bro.
All right,
Take
big up,
it.
Brian. Every single time. Yeah, Conte's won 56% Conte, 37%
That's the last
Potter,
time I'm gonna have to.
Lopetegui
But he's gone.
4%, and Thomas Frank 4%.
No, he's not officially gone, but
No, I'm
That's
talking
crazy,
about the
man.
poll.
That's
All right,
crazy out here, man.
last category, people, before we close out the show. Most untouchable manager. We'll start with you, Ahmed. Most untouchable manager from this weekend's games. Just gone, my brother.
Mikel Arteta.
Arteta's a shout. Any more?
Sean Dyche probably is another one. Managing to
Sean
get a
Dyche is a
draw.
good shout, actually.
Emery.
Emery, yeah.
He's a shout.
And then
Any more?
I
what's
think
the stuff?
Brendan Rodgers as well.
No, I think that's a hunter manager as well. To be honest, when
Let us know in the chat, people. Let us know, because there was quite a few candidates. There was quite a few candidates.
Obviously, yeah. The Southampton one
Arteta's
too.
definitely one. Yeah. Arteta's definitely one, I would say. I would put Sean Dyche in there for that.
What about the
game.
Southampton manager?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the hunter manager is a good
What's
shout.
his name again?
I don't know because it's a interim.
He's interim. One second, I'll pull up his name. Let me go back to the results.
What do you think of Rodgers? Because I didn't expect him to get a draw against Brentford.
Rodgers is a shout, because if they would have got beat, we probably would have been like, yeah, it's tough. There's a few managers who got like good results.
Yeah, that's a lot of good results there.
Like the Leeds game, the Leeds manager got to get a shot. They won 4-2 away at Wolves.
Yeah, it's another interim, right?
I'm gonna check now. I'm literally
Yeah,
gonna get his name. Leeds
interim.
manager's in there, 100%. They won 4-2 away out of relegation, rather.
Yeah,
Definitely in. He's definitely one of them, 100%. 100%.
I don't think they're gonna get relegated. No, fuck, man.
Javi Garcia was who it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that guy, man. I've seen him somewhere. I think he's managed the Premier League Cup before, you know.
That's it. I'll see it.
I don't think so. I can't remember.
I don't know, but his face looks so familiar, innit? You know what I mean? Like I feel like I've seen him before.
Well, are you just what's it called? Mistaking it with somebody else that has to say?
It's another Garcia.
No,
Yeah.
it's like his face is very similar to like another manager. I think maybe that's managed before, but it might
I don't
just be
think
him.
I don't think so because I think this is his first job he took in the Prem.
Oh damn!
I don't know.
Go on.
I don't know. Like I know for a fact that there's so the Southampton one never coached in the Prem. That's what I know.
Ruben Sellers is the Southampton manager. Big up the chat. I'm debating which you to put because I've currently got Arteta, Sean Dyche, Javi Garcia.
By the way, you know, we were linked to a company to them today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can't like, I wouldn't. The funny thing is, yeah, I wouldn't even hate it to be honest.
Really?
No, I think it's a bit early, but
That's
he's
what I'm
coming up
saying.
anyway. But in
That's
the
been
same
going
time,
on.
but you know what it is? And I tell Tottenham fans as well, like, obviously it's cool to see names like Luis Enrique and Tuchel and etc. But I'll be honest, I think we need generally like a coach instead of the name. I think Tuchel is just again somebody to get into the name. Enrique, I think it's the same thing where we just chasing somebody for the name, and then they're not going to get along with Levy, and then you see the whole trauma happen again. I think we need somebody like a coach, like a Poch type of manager.
Fair. Yeah. I'm saying that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
you were right, Ahmed. Garcia was at Watford when they were in the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, man.
Wait, when was that?
Look at this guy, yo. I'll be back in a sec. 2-2s. You might keep the stream going.
Bro,
yes, we're doing monster stream at 10:30 p.m. Tazo. Yeah, go on, carry on.
Now, when was that?
I don't know when, but his face was so familiar to me, bro.
He has managed, yeah, but they've had so many managers. It's tough to remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't let no Watford because like they come up, sack the manager. Obviously, maybe if you're watching this, there's not a dig. But all I'm saying is, if you come up 2 months later and the manager's gone, like that's what I couldn't remember.
That's what I was saying. Like I had a feeling that I knew that guy from somewhere, man. I knew him from somewhere, man. Otherwise, yeah, won't do this. Look at Tarta's in the chat right now. You know he's getting giddy. Oh, she just in 5.5 billion. You know what I mean? Bid. Shout. She fan. But you know what it is? Yeah, I was actually really into the United bids. You know they can only buy the shares from the Glazers, right? And that's like the main shares, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is he wants to buy 100% of the club. So that means he would have to buy also the stuff that's currently floating in the market. So I'm not sure how that 5.5 billion works because like how much is he evaluating the shares of the United club, which is like I think their shares are like share A's, and then there's also the shares that are available right now on the FTSE 100 or like the Dow Jones, which is like a completely separate and
Hey,
percentage
Sherry,
its own percentage.
nah. But now, what's it called? You know what it is here? Because I'm not following this since it's not my club, and
Yeah.
I think a United fan who actually is more invested in this, we can explain it better. Because I think, Flores, I don't think you're really invested into this whole selling thing until
Facts.
actual like thing announcement comes about. So
Mm.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything because I don't really pay
Yeah.
attention for it any because it's not affecting my club. Maybe the
Yeah,
other
fair enough.
rivals. I mean, it's
Yeah.
clearly affecting Liverpool the way I'm seeing them. Their fans literally like going
The,
crazy.
the the thing with Liverpool, the difference in Liverpool, Liverpool's not on the stock market. They're just doing like they're selling a percentage of their club like actual venture capitalist, like an entrepreneur would do. Like I'm saying, you know, like how you see on Dragon's Den, where they sell something 5% of their company for a certain amount of money. That's what Liverpool's doing. They're not like United, where they've destroyed the club percentage, so they become shares essentially, and then they've split up the
Yeah.
shares where the Glazers have their own personal shares, which are almost the majority of the whole club, and then you have the ones that are floating currently in the market as well, and those also increase or decrease depending on your height.
Yeah,
So
nah,
basically,
first.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I have
because
to
I've
go
seen him, man.
casually, Flawless, but I'll see you
Yeah,
for the
man, do
Q&A.
your thing,
Yeah?
man. No stress, man. Yeah. Big up,
Alright,
man.
man.
Every single time. Yeah, saying there, neither Sheikh Jassim or Sir Jim Radcliffe have submitted bids for Manchester United before the 9 p.m. deadline. Incredible development. Now being told Sheikh Jassim and Jim Radcliffe bids have not been received yet by Rain in New York. Both asked for extensions and requests have been accommodated. Many proposals have been submitted. So what does
You know,
someone break that down? What does that mean?
there's actually no. See, because the funny thing is, yeah, the first video that you see in the group chat just before what I put in, it's the same guy.
Yeah, I'm
It's the same guy.
confused.
It's the same guy. That guy is tier 2 or 2. It's not the guy's not even tier 1. Like he's tier 2. Like that's how I say every time when I see Sky underscore Kavef, I think. Just how you pronounce it. I don't really care when he reports anything. Like he only reports when everybody else reports. Like then I can maybe trust him. But
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. People like let me know in it, like exactly what that is. I'm confused. You gotta break that down for me in regards to what that is and what's going on. I don't know what
all
that
I know
is.
is today was supposed to be deadline. That's all I know.
Yeah, same. I heard the same thing as well. Supposed to be deadline. Yeah, and with this poll as well, before we close out the show, untouchable manager Arteta has won people. Arteta has won that people. So get your final few questions in. Me and Jez will answer any Premier League questions. So most unforgettable goal was Isaac's first goal for Newcastle against Nottingham Forest. Most unpredicted result was Southampton 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3. Most unacceptable error was Koulibaly for the Sims goal, which ended up with Everton equalising. Most under the cosh manager was Antonio Conte, and the most untouchable manager was Mikel Arteta, and that was from this week. Obviously, this is a Premier League show, like I've stated many times before, so we will be back fortnight. So we won't be back next week Monday, because normally Mondays midnight people, so it won't be next Monday. It'll be Monday the 3rd of April, because of course there's no Premier League games because it is international break. So that's why. Let's see what else you lot have said. Yeah, I don't even know what that means, what they said in regards to no formal bids have been made. I don't know. That's why I'm not invested in this, because this thing will have your head going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It will have you absolutely going nuts. So until the official bid's been made and accepted and the takeovers happen, that's when you'll see me get gassed and talking about it. And yeah, Judy, yeah, I know the bids are gonna get made. That's why I'm not stressing. I'm just saying I don't understand it. That's all. Like as to what that means. Floods, have you heard Jim Radcliffe doesn't want to overpay, but Qataris are willing to overpay? Yes, I've heard that, Mohammed. Yeah, I have.
I've seen some of the things that Radcliffe wants to do. I'm like, unless the Glazers really hate the fans, I don't know how he's selling to Radcliffe. So I'll be honest.
Facts. And plus, on top of that as well, I was gonna say on top of that as well, it's money for them. They don't care. It's a
Exactly.
money grab. And one thing the Qataris are gonna do is offer more money than Jude Radcliffe. So it's like, oh, they're gonna sell to the highest bidder. They're willing to
But-
overpay. We're talking 5.5 billion, 6 billion.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Just
I
get these
think they're
Glazers
gonna
out of my
take
club.
they're just gonna take the money because I think
Mhm.
I think it's only rumor, but I heard that Radcliffe apparently lets the Glazers have some sort of share still, regardless,
Mhm.
even though they sold, they're still gonna be somewhere a part of United. Just that they're not gonna be really involved anymore with United in terms of actual footballing or running the club. But I'm looking at like you might as well just take the whole money that the Qataris just offer. Because I think that benefit. But apparently, Radcliffe is then saying long term it's benefits. I'll be honest. Like his plan doesn't benefit nobody. Like how are you getting somebody else money to go and buy United?
It's shopping is
And then you
exactly,
have
man.
to and then you have to clear them. And then you have to clear the debt that United already has.
Facts. Pure stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? And the word debt should not be in the conversation when it comes to buying Manchester United Football Club. That's why I'm
Any
against.
club, to be honest.
That's why exactly any club, but in particular a club of this magnitude. But that's right, any club.
Yeah.
That's why I'm against the Radcliffe deal, people. I'm all about who wants what's best for the football club. Why are you not able to? Why are you having to go borrow money to then buy Manchester United and not clear debt? And the Qataris have said point blank, we'll clear all the debt. That's what I want. We're gonna buy the club, clear all the debt, and enable United to do
Upgrade.
and then enable United to upgrade and get around, not get around, but like deal with FFP. So it's
Yeah,
like,
because
I don't
it's
want
because I think because there's rules. That's why Chelsea is allowed to spend so much money because I think once you have so much new owners and the debt is gone, I think you allowed. There's like a 2 year span where you can just do whatever.
like, and that's what I want. Like, that's all I want. Now, United, I don't want us to do with Chelsea and go and spend 600
Yes,
million.
yeah.
I just want what's best for the club. I don't want
Yeah.
us to be able to say Ten Hag. Say we wanted to go into. I want the option to be there. So if we want to spend
Yeah, of course,
400 million in one window, we can. I'm not saying we have to, but if we wanted to, let's
And then
see.
you can compete for any player, right?
Yeah, it's all about, and I've said this, you know this, I've said this often enough,
Yeah.
and we've been on same streams. I want us to be able to compete. So Jude Bellingham, for example, if we decide to go and get Jude Bellingham or decide to attempt to buy him, we can financially match anybody. We shouldn't be turned away from deals because we can't afford it. We are Manchester United Football Club. Word to Saeed. We should be able to compete for any player. So if Dortmund say we want 150 million for Jude Bellingham, just an example, we should be able to say, all right, here's 150 million. Or if we go in for Osimhen and Napoli say we want 120 million for Osimhen, we should be able to compete with Liverpool, City,
PSG,
Chelsea,
City,
Real Madrid, PSG, whoever. Say Mbappe, prime example, PSG. If Real Madrid, if they say, right, we want 200 million for Mbappe, we should be able to say, all right, here's 200 million. It's all about being able to compete and having the finance there. And too long we haven't. No way we should be scraping around in January and having to go get Sabitzer and Weghorst on loan deals. No disrespect, I actually think those two players have done well for us, but it's outrageous. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
what them Glazers have done. Out fucking rageous. Yeah, Chris, they're both better than the Glazers. I just don't want Radcliffe because he's talking about debt. I'm not with it.
No, I think he will be terrible. And this is it's not even a thing of like, oh, because it's Qataris and Qataris got money. I mean, if there's any, so let's say this would have been like a Bowley. I mean, Bowley's not Qatari, but you can see he's trying his best to. I mean, he cleared the debt because sorry, Roman was the one that cleared the debt, but I think he would have cleared the debt as well without having to borrow anywhere money from. You see how Bowley spends money for Chelsea. Obviously, he's making mistakes, but he's learning, I think. So, but I think Radcliffe is like, because I think he even before he's involved in stuff that it's not even like, I heard that it's not even good things, and I think he owns Nice in France.
Nice in France.
Nice fans hate him. So I think there's enough red flags where like I find it crazy if he somehow wins United because he might be better than the Glazers, but how much?
Yeah, not facts. You know what I'm saying? Therefore that. RJ says the Qatari offer to Manchester United was and still is the best and most complete. There is little time left. That's from @Qatari. Again, people, all the everything you see in the comments, all the reports, or anything you hear me say, it's not concrete. This is just rumors. So I'm just here responding to what's being said. Emma says just the statements they came out with Jassim sound better. Absolutely. It sounded to the point. I liked what he said. He was talking about, yes, Manchester United being the best in class and rare. That's what I want. That's what I want. So hopefully they buy the club. Hopefully they do. But I'm sure we'll spend a lot of the time, especially over the international break, talking about it. I'll get asked so many questions about it, considering I don't know a lot. I really don't. This is why you've not seen me do any videos on it. I've done no lives, like in particular, talking about it, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't lie to you lot. I don't know. I legit don't know. Like, who gets the club? I don't know. It's just all guesswork from me. I get my information and news from you lot in the comments. You lot tell me. And see, Jody says this, Qatar is saying to Sky Sports their bid did go in. We'll soon find out. But big up with the Qataris. Am I doing an Italy-England watch along? Probably not. No. I'll be on with rants on his Twitch with Aaron most likely. Will I do some watch alongs over the international break? Probably. If I do, they won't be here on the YouTube though. They'll be on the Twitch.
There's not even that many games, to be honest. I think. Yeah. I know Friday is France Holland, but Jesus Christ, we look at the Holland team. That stink. But to be honest, this France team is interesting though.
I might do one for France Holland on the Friday. Yeah. Because France Holland is, let me check. I'm having a look right now.
It's on Friday.
I'm trying to see the time. Yes.
Our time. I think it's late. I think it's a late game.
Yeah, 7:45 p.m. I might do it. Might not, people. I don't know yet.
Just check out the Twitch, Sarcasm City. Same stuff.
Yep. Go check out the Twitch, because that's where it will be, people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. So that's it.
What time is the stream on what's it?
Yeah, Monty's channel, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that Tatazu says we as a community demand pro club streams. We're gonna get there as well, man. We're gonna get there. I'm just debating whether one to put it on the YouTube or Twitch, and two, when. But we got I miss pro clubs.
Like people, man, like a lot of football is going on. Flores is on hella channels, you know what I'm saying? So you need to get straight. You know what I'm saying? Like the time will come.
Going on. Yeah,
at the time it's just busy time, man.
Yeah, it's just a busy time of the season, people. But yeah, definitely like pro clubs. I probably will put on the YouTube. Because the thing is, the team's there. We can go and win Division 1. That's the crazy part. But yeah, pro clubs I will bring back. We'll be on Monty's channel, Big Six Bands, in 15 minutes, people. 15 minutes. If casually I've gone live though, because I know Ahmed headed over there. I will, 1 second. We'll redirect to them. We'll raid them. Let me see who's live. Someone's got to be live at this time. Let's see. No, they ain't. Casually.
I think they're going to be live for past, isn't it?
Yeah, it says upcoming. So all right, cool. No stress. Now Sky Sports saying 8 bids went in. Absolute jokers. See, Jody, this is what I'm talking about. And this ain't on you because you're just reporting. A lot of people just be guessing. That's what it is. A lot of people just be guessing. That's it. So like, look how it's gone from 8 bids went in at 10:15 p.m. But at 10:12 p.m. it was no bids went in and there was extensions. That's why I'm not emotionally invested in being like, we're going to get Qatar. We're going to get Jim Radcliffe. We're going to get somebody else. Because the Glazers could still stay. I don't want that, but I'm fully aware that these things could happen. Something like that. So until I see the bid go in, the bid get accepted, and new owners there, and I see the new owners at the stadium, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, press conference, the whole nine. That's what I'm like. He ain't holding the shirt, man. Until I see him holding the shirt, I don't get gassed. So people say, oh, United could get Mbappe. When I see him holding the shirt, yeah, then I'll be like, all right, cool, because that's the shirt I'm going to buy. I'm saying, if he signs for Manchester United, I am going to get the shirt that day.
Is the shirt going to go there for the one behind you, the beige one?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to move
you gotta turn around.
Yeah, turn it around and have it like that. You know what I'm saying? If we were to sign Kylian and Mbappe.
I got literally like the Real Madrid one with Winnie at my wall.
Yeah, I hear that. Definitely spin that around Mbappe. Well, currently, obviously, I got the bulletproof. That's been through the walls. And then I got the United shirt. You know what I'm saying? I only bought people for radio. That's why I have this. Otherwise, I've not bought a United shirt in a long time. Because I refuse to, fund them Glazers. Put the money,
I'm saying with Tottenham, just can't be asked.
Yeah, therefore that, man.
And these shirts are shit. So no points.
Hey, Victor, I'm not too famous now. Man's a joke, man. I actually want to play. I miss clubs. I've been playing occasionally. I played Child Tars, a big up Grim, Vin, Puyol, the whole 9 micro, like some of the Duns who had played with us and pro clubs. They got their own team. But yes, definitely. And if you've got PS4 or you got PS5 version, you got PS5 and the FIFA 23 PS4 version, we're always looking for players. Always. So just hit me up. Either at me on Twitter, DM me on Twitter, get at me on Instagram, get at me in the live comment section, whatever. In particular, looking for defensive players, people. But yes, if you are a centre back, if you can play in a back three, you know what I'm saying? In particular, in the middle of a back three, let me know. Or if you are a wing back or you are a holding midfielder And don't tell me you're a holding midfielder and you're actually a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
don't
kinda-
do
I
all
need,
that
I need,
because
a, I
this
need
place.
a bit of, I need a central centre back in my real life team too. So if you
That being said,
can't
we go
apply,
on, fam.
if you can't, just go to the customer service at Tottenham.
That being said, we did find Ox in it. So shout out to Ox because I need to hit up everyone, him, YG, the whole nine, because we actually did after all that time find someone who can play in the middle of a back three on clubs. It was crazy. But yeah,
go.
all right. Love to everyone that's locked in. Doing the most will be back not next week, Monday, the Monday after. So the Monday after, which is Monday, the 3rd of April, after Premier League action. I've already done the upcoming live stream schedule, people, for not next week, the week after. You know what I'm saying, so there will be no Q&As, Man United's doing the most during the international break. I'll try and come up with something special for you, lot. 110%. If Mbappe goes to United, Jez does a face reveal. Maybe it's on Jez, isn't it? There you go. Got your question.
Hey, but Tassi, know what it is? I might do a Facebook behind the scenes on it, but then you need to be there.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I did it before. Some people in Sarcasm don't already know.
Oh yeah. I've seen. I know what Jez looks like. I'm saying I rang him and he turned his camera on by accident. So yeah, I know what Jez looks like. Victor says Flawless is too famous now. Not even time. He's big time. You're a joke, man. But big up to Victor. We're live in 10 minutes on the Big Six Bands channel. You know what I'm saying? And that. And to Chris, no international doing the most. But what I will do is 110% during international break. Not only will you get some form of international watch-alongs, pro clubs, I'll do something on the channel for you. Look. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out what. I'm just dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. But just because it's international break, the content won't stop. We'll still be live twice a day. You know what I'm saying? We'll still go live every other day on the Twitch. There'll be NBA as well. Oh, yeah, tonight. That reminds me. So, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A tonight at midnight on the channel, people. So that's just over an hour and a half away from now. And then over on the Twitch, we're not done one in a minute. NBA watch along. LA Lakers versus the Phoenix Suns, 2 a.m. UK time. So there you go. Midnight here on the YouTube, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Then on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, LA Lakers versus Phoenix Suns NBA regular season watch along, because we are gearing up to the play-ins, the playoffs, both conference finals, East and West, and the finals as well. But this has been people doing the most live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.